Hello, hello, hello. It's another coffee time. It's February, 1st of February. Pinch punch, first day of the month. February. Or, as I like to call it, a month-long celebration of me, because it's my birthday this month. Falls on Pancake Day. Yes, doesn't get any better. Doesn't get any better than that. We're doing the news, so you don't have to do the news. Yesterday, this is a follow-on from yesterday. I was very disappointed. I was talking about Neighbours from Hell dispute. The Hamlins were taking their neighbours to court. The Wakeleys, Hamlins versus the Wakeleys, because they had this fence put up at their Sussex home. The Wakeleys put up a giant fence, and we covered it, but there was no pictures, so we couldn't really get an idea of what the dispute was. And then the Daily Mail decided in the afternoon, obviously to watch Coffee Time and me complain about the lack of pictures, and then sent a journo out to get some pictures, because words are useless. Nobody likes words. We like pictures. So yeah, we've actually got some pictures of Garden Cottage and Till's Farm Cottage, and here the division has happened. Here we go. Look, see. You can see it's quite considerable. The red line, you see, is like the fence, and you've got the Hamlins property. So they've got the yellow section. As you can see, they're kind of blocked off. They've got to go around here to get access, whereas they were crossing. So we've got a classic boundary dispute here. Classic boundary dispute. And so yeah, you can get an idea. Let's have a look at the actual fences. It's pretty imposing. You know, it's pretty grim, isn't it? That fence. But now we can see why the Hamlins are up in arms. And this is some footage of the fences being put up. They've been boxed out, because that land there belongs to the Hamlins, and they're blocking them out. Look, because that path there is a right of way that the Wakeleys own. Oh, see, never ever fall out with your neighbours. Never fall out with your neighbours, because stuff like this has happened. If we'd have seen that, we wouldn't have moved there. Wouldn't have moved there, would we, Mrs? More court news. This is the story of the Tate Modern, and this is a story that's been rumbling for a bit of a while. Owners of luxury flats, they're overlooked by the Tate Modern, and we've got a picture here. So you got the flats there on the right, and there's this viewing platform on the Tate Modern which overlooks them, and they took the Tate Modern to court for invasion of privacy, because from the viewing platform you can look right into the people's flats, and they say this is an invasion of their privacy. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know if the viewing platform was already there, or I don't know, maybe it was added. But yeah, they first applied for injunction in 2017, requiring the Tate to cordon off parts of the platform, or to erect screening to block the views of their homes, which the residents said were a relentless invasion of their privacy. I can imagine you look up and there's people gulping down at you. No naked star jumps if I lived there, because well I could do. It's just people might lose their lunch on the Tate Modern viewing platform, wouldn't they? But yeah, today there was a ruling at the Supreme Court, a 3-2 majority in residents' favour. Lord Leggett said that the lower courts have found that the living area of the flats, where floor-to-ceiling windows, were under constant observation with the Tate's viewing gallery for much of the day, every day of the week. It's not too difficult to imagine how oppressing living in such circumstances would feel to anyone. It'd be like being on display in the zoo. And he found that the Tate Modern's viewing gallery is not a normal use of the museum's land and is a legal nuisance to the flat owners. So there you go. They've got to win, and so they're going to have to block it off. They're going to block it off, yeah. So yeah, it all begins. This is an interesting timeline of it, yeah, because that viewing platform wasn't there. 2007, they approved plans on Neo Bankside, a new 132 pound development. I think it's more than that, probably 132 million pound development with 217 flats and penthouses. 2009, the Tate Modern receives planning permission to build Switch House, including a viewing platform. Neo Bankside did not oppose the application. Neo Bankside is completed in 2012. 2016, Tate Modern unveils its new viewing platform, and in 2017 they launched the case. So it's been going on for all that time, shocking. But yeah, if everyone just, I don't know, pushed their bare bottoms against the window, people would stop looking. Honest, well, except for people that kind of like that thing. Here we go. This is the strike action. Look at them striking. Look at the rabble. Look at them there. Striking they are. This was members of the Public and Commercial Services Union. These are border agency staff, and everyone's on strike. I should have gone on strike today. I should have gone on strike. God damn it. But do you own a wood burning stove? Do you? Well, price of. Have you seen the price of Lurpak? I ain't done that one for a long time. Have you seen the price of gas? I haven't looked at our gas bill. I won't look at it. I refuse. I want to keep the remaining hair I've got on my head, because the cost of living. But yeah, millions of Brits own a wood burning stove. Mrs. Your mum and dad could be fined £300 and face even a criminal record if they misuse them and break air pollution rules. Emissions of PM 2.5, particulate matter, less than 2.5 micrometres in diameter, which constitute one of the most harmful types of air pollution, have increased by 35% between 2010 and 2020 because people are burning more wood. This is a wood burning stove, just in case you don't know what one looks like. Again, it's burning wood is, I think it's a human right, isn't it? It's a human right to go and forage for wood. But yeah, PM 2.5 pollution is invisible to naked eye and small enough to pass through the lungs, into the bloodstream and into your organs. Everything's going to kill you in the end. But just 17 fines have been issued over 6 years, despite some 18,000 complaints being made by locals. So anyone sees a chimney smoking, they dob them in it. Remember, snitches get stitches. But yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say really. So measure your particulates before they leave the chimney. I think is that what we're doing? You've got to have to measure your particulates. They're very small. They're very small. I'm sure some giant, some sort of filter, fix it, filter. But yeah, they say it's something of a middle class status symbol, a wood burning stove. You hear that, missus? Your mum and dad are middle class now. There you go, they've gone up in the world. What happens? We'll all be so poor soon that we'll be burning our tables and chairs. Will that be a problem? But you know, one of the worst kinds of particulate comes from tyres on cars. Did you know that? You know, the cars that are driving around, every time they make contact with the pavement, with the road and move, it releases little bits of particulate, which they reckon is probably the major cause of lung cancer and cancers in people now. Not wood burning stoves, because that particulate tends to go up into the sky, whereas the stuff on the road is more at mouth level, in your cake hole. Good news, everybody. We've got a comet going past. Comet C/2022 E3. Catchy name. I'm going to call this the Green Lantern instead, because it has an incredible green hue to it. Why can't I just give it a sensible name? Why do all these things have to be so bloody complicated? But yeah, that's where you need to look for it in the night sky. Who wants to take a ride on the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper? There you go. Just look in the sky. If you see something green up there, it's this comet. And there's another. Look at that. Takes your mind off the strikes and that. There's another picture of it. Bit blurry, that one. Should have took the lens cap off. But yeah, it's going to zip past the Earth for the first time since the age of the Neanderthals, 50,000 years ago. Where does it say? Yeah, so, yeah, this is February the 2nd. You're going to see that. And yeah, just why is the comet green? I don't know. It's to do with the comet's chemical composition. There you go. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Oh, that's a horrible story. Won't be covering that. Meanwhile, in Cornwall, natives have been confused because hundreds of dead fish were washed up on Porthgwydn Beach near St Ives. Oops, there we go. Look at that. Free fish, everyone. They won't go hungry, especially with the cost of living crisis. But yeah, people are asking what is causing them. Well, it could be many things. It can be pollution. It could be pollution. It could be a storm. It could be a storm out at sea that kills the fish. Lightning. When the lightning strikes the sea, that can kill the fish and they're washed ashore. Dolphins who are feeding can, force the fish to beach. Go near too close to the tide, and they end up getting beached. So yeah, there are many reasons why the fish are on the beach. But like I say, won't be going hungry. Bring your own chips. Bring your own chips. Yeah, oh yeah. Cost of living crisis solved for the residents of Porthgwydn down in St Ives. Meanwhile, we've got a bit of what they're calling a poo done it. Yeah, this is mystery at Ashfield Nursery in South Shields. They've discovered hundreds and hundreds of nappies being dumped near the nursery on a fortnightly basis. It's a bit of a shitty thing to do. And see, this is a member of staff picking up some of the bags there. See, it's regularly happening, and they're kind of a little bit confused of why this is going on. See, there's bags and bags of the stuff they keep finding dumped outside their premises, and like I said, it's turned into a bit of a poo done it. Staff have been forced to dispose of the nappies. The first dump get it, dump, I don't know, it's a crap gag, was found on the 22nd of November by the manager Rebecca Pearson, and they're beginning to think that it's a rival nursery. Don't want to pay the quite expensive fees, because it does cost quite a lot to get that kind of waste material removed and disposed of. So they reckon that a rival nursery is doing a shit and run. Yeah. What Miss Pearson hoped would be a one-off instance turned into a pattern of repeated dumps, literally leaving staff with a dirty job of picking up the pieces. It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it. Now South Shields Council, Northumbrian Police and South Tyneside Council, wrong South, because it says South Shields. Northumbria Police and South Tyneside Council are now investigating the mystery. You can't. I wonder if they can do DNA tests. Don't know. But yeah, I saw this last night, and deep fakes. There's a lot of deep fakes going on. There's a lot of disturbing deep fakes happening. People putting celebrities and influencers, YouTube people and social media influencers into like pornography. Deep fake pornography is a big thing, and Nina Schick, author of Deepfakes and the I can't say it, Infocopolics. It's apocalypse, but with info in the front of it. Infocopolip. I'm going to show you the word. Infocapolip. No, that ain't right. How'd you pronounce that? Infocapolip? I don't know. It's a stupid name for a book. Anyway, she's predicted an explosion of deep fake content. And they reckon 90% of online content created will be generated by artificial intelligence using deepfake technology by 2025. So I will be deepfaked. I won't be here. It'll be Nina Schick and Henry Adger have both been. These are the people behind the report, have been talking about this. And this goes into line with that. There's a TV show on ITVX. Sounds like a porn channel. I still can't get. Who remembers TVX? Well, anyway, ITVX have got a show called Deepfake Neighbour Wars. And I said to the missus, because we was talking about it, and I said, let's put it up. And it was deeply unfunny. Really, really bad. And it's got Greta Thunberg as a single mum. And it's supposed to be funny, but it's like most modern comedies, it's really bad. And this is Stormzy with Harry Kane deepfaked, and it's bad. Neighbours from War, but with deepfake celebrities. It's really not funny. But yeah, you're going to see more of that. Meanwhile, this is again we're going back to teachers on strike. Sam Lyon, he says he's gone on strike he's a teacher who's on strike, and he's spending the day in a ball pit with his missus and kids. There you go. So that's what they're doing. You don't see any teachers starving, do you? I wouldn't mind if we was having a general strike for Ethel, the cleaning lady, But there you go. Where are we? No, they're doing it again. This is Education Secretary Gillian Keegan, right? She was on, was it Sky News? And Daily Mail have got a big thing about her watch, right? She was wearing a watch. There you go. It is a Rolex. And it says she's flaunting. She's flaunting her £10,000 Rolex watch, and this is the style of watch that she's wearing, right? Oh, how dare she have a Rolex watch? Now, again, they make me defend the fucking Tories, and I hate these cunts for doing this. But Gillian Keegan, I heard her being interviewed on the radio, and they asked her about a watch, and she said, it was a present. I think it was a present for her 40th birthday from her family. Her family clubbed together and bought her the watch, and that's why she wears it. But you're not supposed to have anything nice, even if it's a gift from your family. Just crazy. Meanwhile, let's go to Tel Aviv. This is This is the airport in Tel Aviv, and airport staff were shocked at the, I guess this is at the baggage, we know where to leave your baggage. They left the baby, look, in the baggage there. You can see him just moving there. Really, they actually left the baby behind. Yeah, a couple abandoned their baby at the check-in desk in Israel's Ben Gurion airport before trying to board a flight to Brussels have been detained by police. They didn't have a boarding pass for their child, and so they couldn't board without purchasing a separate ticket, so they left the child in its pushchair at the check-in desk and ran for passport control. They just went, here you go, you look after Junior, we're getting our plane. Can you believe it? They will not be winning Parent of the Year. Shocking behaviour. There you go. But they subsequently were arrested. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. Where are we? We've got another planning dispute. This is Mr. Singh in Vaughan Street in Highgate, Birmingham. Right, he got planning permission for a garage in 2019. Right, but he decided to build this instead. That's a pretty fancy garage. How'd you get the car in? No, he didn't buy. He obviously didn't build a garage. He built a two-story house with a front door. Well, he got his wrists slapped, and now he's beginning to. Well, that's him being built, but now they reckon he's being told to rip it down, and yeah. So they've downsized it, and they've obviously taken the turn. They're kind of repurposing it now into what it was originally meant to be, a garage. What a cheeky sod! Did he think no one was going to notice? I mean, there's a place right on the way to school, on the old school, Alderton Hall Lane. Right, there's a garage, right, which was repurposed. And people live in it, and they haven't got planning. They haven't got planning for people to live in it. People actually live in a converted garage in Alderton Hall Lane, and it'd be terrible if anyone reported that to the council, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be terrible if anyone reported that to the council, because it's illegal? Yeah, walked past it for ages and saw it converting it, and then people moved in, and it's a garage. You can't live in a garage. But yeah, Alderton Hall Lane. Be terrible if anyone reported it to Epping Forest District Council, wouldn't it? I'm a cheeky monkey, I really am. What else have we got? Oh, this is good. Henry VIII. Who remembers Henry VIII? I'm Henry VIII, I am. No, okay then. We won't do that one because that's an old song that nobody knows. But I guess they were. Old Daily Mail website. Why do you do this? Why do you make my browser go wobbly? Detectrice. I guess they were detectrice. Yeah, amateur treasure hunter Charlie Clark found. Well, he found this. If we can make it big. He found this. Look at this. Wow. Look at that. Yeah. And it was marked with a H and a K, referencing Henry to his first wife, Catherine of Aragon. It's a 24-carat heart-shaped piece. And when they found it, when they saw it, they thought it was too good to be true. See, and it came with a chain as well. Look at that. And the curators of the museum that took it in determined it wasn't a fake. This was he found it in a field in Warwickshire in December 2021. It's just been determined it's genuine. Wow. There you go. What else have we got? Ozzy Osbourne this morning announced his retirement. Yeah, I think he might have had a tour prepared, but yeah, he announced that no more. And here he's this is him pictured last Thursday going to a fitness class in Los Angeles. He's recently had spinal surgery, and he's battling Parkinson's as well. So yeah, poor Ozzy. 74 years though. He's put. It's amazing he's lasted that long, hasn't it really? But yeah, take it easy. Put your feet up. Have a rest. Meanwhile, we're going to where is this? Is it in Manchester? This is in Manchester. Councillor Harding, who represents the Urmston ward at Trafford Council, tweeted, "What's fresh hell is in this? This is and they're referring to the Animade Cafe in Manchester's Northern Quarter, and it's a Japanese-themed anime-style cafe venue, and it's got Street Fighter. Sign me up. Looks like fun." But they took exception at the way that the staff are dressed. What's wrong with them? They're covered. They're not scantily clad or anything. But yeah, it's a maid cafe, and there's no touching policy or asking to touch the maids. And it's been the idea's been imported from Japan, but some critics are branding it Hooters for incels. It's just a Japanese-themed cafe. I do think people have got far too much time on their hands. I'd go for the Street Fighter 2 alone. Good game, that. I used to love Street Fighter 2 back in the day. Yeah, sure you can. Yeah. Has that shit brewed yet? Missy's laughing. She loves it when I do that impression. Yeah. She loves that. What else have we got? Who wants to see an avalanche? This is at the Himalayan ski resort in Indian-controlled Kashmir. Look at that. Ooh, that's an avalanche coming for you. Look at that. Ooh. And everyone just scrambling. Yeah. It killed 2 skiers and buried 21 others under the snow. Cool. So that's just the force of nature just bearing down on you there. Just trying to find some funny stories. Let's see. Let's have a look at what's in the funny. Yeah, meanwhile, today it's a very sad day because the Vagina Museum in Bethnal Green is closing. It first opened in 2019, but it's been forced to close on February the 1st after being asked to vacate its current premises at short notice. It was opened by science YouTuber Florence Schechter in 2019. Here she is, looking very pleased with herself. And yeah, it's all about lady parts. There are many penis museums in the world, and this is a celebration of lady parts. Fantastic. They say each one's unique like a snowflake. But yeah, they're looking for new venues. Otherwise, they're going to go digital only. Digital only. Finger pie, anyone? Digital only. No. I never thought I'd get that joke in. Never thought I'd get it in. Oh dear. Oh, I'm surprised I'm not banned from the YouTubes. Excuse me. Now I've got to find the story because I found a very interesting court story, but I didn't put it in the funny folder. Where are we? This is the story, right? Just waiting for it to do its thing. This is the story of Patrick Dinan, right? He's 71, right? And he was at the Broad Green Tavern. Here we go. Here's a picture of it. Yeah, they've got Sky Sports, so it must be good. He was at the Broad Green Tavern on the 14th of April last year, when he got into a bit of an altercation with Terry Santry, right? And he pulled out a machete and stabbed Mr. Santry 3 times in the back. Yeah, this is in West Croydon, South London. He's in court at the moment. He admitted intent to cause grievous bodily harm, but denies attempting to murder him, right? Now, what was this about? I wonder what it was about. Maybe he spilled his pint. That's a bit intense, that. Maybe it was about a love affair. Maybe they were love rivals. And maybe he owed him money. No, the reason he stabbed him is that they were arguing whether or not the pool table they were playing on was level. Wowzers. Yeah, really. Some people just shouldn't be out there, should they? Meanwhile, we're going to Honolulu in Hawaii, right? And this is a video. I don't know if there's an advert, because you never know. Oh no, but there is sound. I've got to get this queued up just right, because it's all in the timing. Right, here we go. Are you ready? Now watch. Did you see that? We might need a slow motion. Right? What that is, slow motion. Boom! That was a boulder. Yeah. A 5 foot wide boulder barreled through a newly built house in Honolulu, Hawaii. Can you imagine it? Caroline Sasaki and her family had only been living in the home for a week when the boulder came crashing through at around midnight on Saturday. A security camera inside the home captured the moment. Caroline narrowly avoided being hit. She was walking. The 65-year-old was walking through her home, and suddenly the boulder crashes through the wall, just missing her. Wow. Although that major damage was done to the house and a car was struck, no one was hurt. That was lucky. That was a lucky getaway, that one, wasn't it? I mean, crikey. One false move. And, yeah. Meanwhile, this is health news. This is the story of Violet Quick from Idaho. Idaho! And she had a baby. Ah. But it was unique because her baby was born while she was on birth control, right? Yeah. Here she is with baby with bun in oven, right? With her partner, her husband, John Francis, right? But yeah, she got pregnant whilst on contraception. Yeah, you know what and the shocking thing is, right? Is when he came out, he's holding the UID there. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if I can zoom in on that. Yeah, you see there? He's holding in the coil that was supposed to stop him happening. It's almost like he's like a victory. It's like, I win. He did. He won. He won the race. So, shall we end it there? We do have some unusual creatures in unusual places. Right? This is one way. This is one way of keeping your pussy fresh. Yeah. Let's see. He's in the fridge. You like that one? Oh dear. What else have we got? Now, in the old days, Yogi Bear, he used to steal picnic baskets. Whereas this fella, he's helping himself to a barbecue. Yeah, true. And these fellas turned up at a convenience store. I guess she said, "Oh dear." I don't write any of this. I make it up as I go along. Meanwhile, you turn up at the airport waiting for your bag, and then this happens. You think, oh, something gone wrong here. Oh no, the swans have escaped. No, that's a Hot Fuzz reference. No, they're not swans. These are geese or ducks. Could be geese. Could be duck. I don't know. I wonder what he's arrested them for. Meanwhile, bear in a convenience store. Cashier number 3 is ready. It was perfect. Oh man, oh man. And they said he was quackers to go on the tube. Yeah. They're like the original Odd Couple. They've traded places, haven't they? And this is a rebel without a clue. Look at that one. There you go. He doesn't care. Well, neighbours have got the music on, so I better stop. And that's that. That was coffee time. And we'll see if there's anyone in. Oh, we've got 11 people in. That is a chat. Brett's in. He says, absolutely. Payne says, good afternoon indeed. And Thomas is in. He says he's got a stinking cold. It's probably COVID, isn't it? Deepfake Darren. That's it. That's next. Grant says, will porcupine tree be deep-faked? Deep-fried. Jess says, digital Darren does Dallas. Oh, those were the days. Payne says, you will laugh. The handbook says so indeed. Payne says, there was a teacher strike in the 80s when I was in school, so sixth form went on strike and wouldn't come back to lessons after lunch. Ode radical 80s. Do you know what? I think we did a similar thing. But I remember, do you remember the original strikes in the 70s? They still made us go and collect work from school. My mum laughed at me. She went, ha ha, you still got to work. Yeah, that was my mum for him. Thomas says it's illegal to mention that band. What, Porcupine Tree? No, it isn't. It's the other band you're not allowed to talk about. Thomas says, I'm less concerned with the Rolex and more concerned with the years of policy by these politicians. Well, no, but they frame that. They say that, oh, look, she's got a Rolex. But she explained it was given to her, and she likes to wear it because her entire family chipped in to buy it for a birthday. And the Mail ain't the only ones. I think the Sun have run it. I think the Mirror have run that story. And they keep doing that, and they don't focus on. This is what they do. They don't focus on the really important issues, like the current issues with the cost of living and the energy crisis. They concentrate on these little kind of divisory. It's all designed to divide and conquer, rather than actually looking at the real issues of what's really going on. It's all a distraction. All of it. This is a distraction. I'm distracting you. Look over there. See, I'm good. I'm that good. Grant says, love Darren's review, bang on. Oh, everything I do is bang on. Thomas says, Darren, what's it like having your battle of Epping Forest right outside your door? It's just that way. It's over there. It's where they used to dump the dead bodies. Representing Made in Hong Kong, indeed, Made in Hong Kong. Wait till they find out that sushi is uncooked fish. Yeah, exactly, horrible. Aricat's in, I ain't seen him in a long time. Scott says, do all US states come with songs? I think Aricat's having a breakdown. And Zeb says, have a nice day. I will do. Thank you. And hopefully you've enjoyed this. If you haven't, there's bug all I can do about it. I've got to go and cook a bacon sandwich because it's Wednesday, and Wednesday is bacon sandwich day. Anyway, thanks for watching. That was the news. Killing the channel one video at a time. You've got to drink it up.